Hey guys, it's Stephen here back with another video. Hello, different location once again, just because Nicola's working in the room next door and I don't want to distract her from doing work, so I'm kind of talking towards the opposite wall. You don't really care. I'm just saying this anyway because I just wanted to waffle. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all healthy and safe as ever. Today we're going to talk about some of the big Manchester City news and all that kind of stuff going round in our daily roundup that I'm kind of enjoying doing as well, so hopefully you're enjoying these videos as well. It's a bit of a quiet day other than one big bit of news that broke last night that I couldn't be asked picking up the camera for, but I'm going to talk about today. This little bad boy here. Oh, it could be here. Depends where I put it. Yep, our third kit has leaked for 2020-21. Now, obviously, we'll all have very different opinions on this. I just want to say, in general, I am a fan of loud things. I like things that are full of mad patterns. I do wear crazy stuff in real life as well. I like loud shirts. I own things that are paisley print as well in general, and I have done and I will do again probably at some point. So I am not averse to things that are a little bit out there. So you got to come in from that angle. So any criticisms from these are basically built on me not being a boring old stick in the mud, put it that way. I'm not some guy who just wants a red and a black shirt, nothing else. I don't want something traditional for the sake of traditional. I do like crazy stuff. But this shirt, to me, just is confusing. And the thing that frustrates me about it is that it could have been so much nicer. It could have been so much nicer. I honestly think this is a pretty poor shirt. Now, this is, of course, just a render, so how it will look and sit in general, we don't fully know yet. It's a render of a shirt. It's not the final thing. When we see it in person, when we see it on the plays, I'm sure opinions will change of it. And I know it ultimately doesn't matter. Some people are going, it's just a football shirt. Why you asked? Well, there's something to talk about in it, let's be honest. And also because it's just kind of fun. I kind of like random shirts, I like talking about football shirts. I like clothes. I like clothes. In general, I like looking. We're going to be watching these players wear these kits, so it's nice when we look at them and go, that looks pretty cool. Like, we all really liked the away kit this year with the Hacienda inspired one with the black and all that kind of stuff. And it was nice. It would just look badass, in photos and stuff like that. And even though it doesn't mean anything, then football doesn't really mean anything in general, let's be honest, in terms of the grand scheme of things. I just like having nice kits for our team because, for one, you wear them. I mean, they look pretty cool and the players look cool. So this is why I'm just disappointed with this one, because the things that looking at this kit now and looking at it that stand out for me is, one, that paisley print is massive. Like, why is it so big? Why is the paisley print like the size of the badge at times? Like, if you look at the size of some of the paisley prints next to the crests, for one, it's bigger than the Puma logo. Literally bigger than the Puma logo, and it's nearly as big as the actual crest. I know this is a NASA crest. This is not a Manchester City shirt. Do you like this, by the way? It's like a random, you get like a custom kit kind of things. I didn't design this. I got it off a website and I thought it was really cool. Anyway, but it's like bigger than the actual crest sometimes. It's crazy. I thought when they're going for a paisley thing, I thought this could be actually okay. Like, make the paisley print smaller, make it a little bit more faded. That's the other thing. So why is that print so strong? Why does it looks messy? Why is it kind of like kind of crowding all the logos and the crests and stuff like that? There's a lot going on. Surely the opacity on that on the general pattern needs to be faded a little bit. Like, make it like a little bit more subtle, make it a bit smaller, add a nice collar and cuff to it or something like that. Slightly change the colour maybe. I'm not sure the colour's that nice. And you've got a gorgeous kit, I reckon, potentially. Now, I'm going to put this on screen right now, wherever it is. This is the kit design that City Extra did. Let me just find it again, one second. I retweeted it earlier, so I can find it right now. City Extra knocked this one up. And look how subtle that is. It's so pretty. A nice little kind of crew cut collar, the nice cuffed shirts, a subtle print, and a gorgeous monochrome badge. It could have been gorgeous. That's a lovely shirt that I would wear happily, which I think is a beautiful shirt. And then we got this one, and it's just like, oh, come on. It's a noisy mess. It's a noisy mess. Like, why do they get these things so wrong? I've not even really talked on this channel yet about the home kit as well, and I think that's a mess, unfortunately, too. I like the idea of a mosaic done nicely. I like the idea of pattern, but it's just unsubtle. Both of these kits lack subtlety. They're both punches in the face, but the home kit with all the cracks, like, they're so white, the cracks in between, and they're so confusing to look at that it's just hard to notice on the actual things that make it a Manchester City shirt. But I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's a great kit, unfortunately. I mean, it might look nicer if you've got some nice kind of crisp shorts, maybe like kind of plain socks, but then with a bit of paisley in the cuffs, maybe. And maybe also when we finally see the pattern, it'll be a bit more faded. Who knows? But as it is at the moment, it's just not that great a kit, unfortunately, in my humble opinion. Now, as I said, that I do like crazy shirts. This is not a guy I like Chelsea's shirt this year, for example. I like all the Roma kits this year. I like kits with a bit of creativity. I just want them to be a bit nicer than City's. So this is come via 40 headlines, by the way. So it is kind of like legit. The collar's shit, by the way, as well. I'm not happy with the collar. It could be so much better than that. I'm sure you will disagree. Apparently, according to the press release and 40 headlines, as per Puma, Manchester music scene has always been influenced on the bands worldwide. What's he got to do with Top of the Pops? Apparently, he was taking inspiration from the Paisley floral scene, which was associated to the Britpop music scene. So essentially, Britpop, I guess Oasis. I mean, what's I got to... that's so tenuous. Anyway, so that's where we're at with this kit, basically. Let us know what you think of it. I'm not really a fan of this. I think it's a 5 out of 10. It could be nicer when we see it in the full kit, if it's more subtle and all that kind of stuff. But it could have been so much nicer. I wish it was that City Extra concept kit instead. And likewise, the home kit I'm not a fan of. Other than that, what's going on today? Not really much around. There's been some more rumours about Semedo and all that kind of stuff. Now, according to some, and thanks again to Superbia and City Extra on Twitter, according to some sources, this is via Mundo Deportivo, via Sport Witness, Pep Guardiola no longer counts on Joao Cancelo and is in the market for a new fullback. Among the suitors on Nelson Semedo. However, Barcelona idea is to use him in exchange deals to sign Miralem Pjanic or Martinez. So Barca want to get Cancelo in with a kind of like part exchange swap for Semedo, and then give Cancelo to Inter for Pjanic, or to Juventus for Pjanic or Martinez Inter. So it's very convoluted. It's a weird one with Cancelo. As I've said, and many people have said, for whatever reason, it's obviously not going to happen. Cancelo clearly hasn't connected with Manchester City. He's a good player. I would love to see much more of him, but it's just not going to happen. I think it's pretty obvious now. So I guess the best case solution is to get one that fits all the players and one that fits Manchester City, one that fits the player individually. He doesn't look happy here, in my humble opinion. I don't think Guardiola... You rates him? I don't know why. I'm not rates him, but whatever reason can't work with him. Whether we agree with it or not, it looks like it's going to happen, which is a shame given how much money we spent on him. I missed the simple days of Danilo personally. I thought Danilo was really good, but I thought he was a very reliable backup fullback that I guess we could have probably kept. But I guess Cancelo was meant to be an improvement on him and Walker, but it's not happened for whatever reason. On to Semedo. Semedo seems to be a good fullback. Some people say he's not that good, but he is a good fullback. He is. Whether he can be what Manchester City need him to be, whether he can improve on Walker and be the long-term solution, I don't really know. But he's a good, well-rounded fullback. Is he world-class? I don't know. I doubt it. He's not really. But he's a good fullback. He's solid, good at getting forward, good pace, pretty good defensively, can tuck into midfield quite well. He'd be very good at doing the whole kind of inverted midfield thing, I reckon, Semedo. It does feel weird that we've got having these constant problems at right-back when largely Walker's done a pretty good job there. Walker he's not perfect, but Walker is a good defender. He's been, apart from his antics off the pitch, which we won't get into in this video, Walker has been very reliable for us. And even though he did start pretty poorly, he's got back into form. And I'm more than happy to see Walker just carry on being Manchester City's choice here at right back for now. But it looks like we're going to go for someone else, doesn't it? Fair enough on that front. If we get Semedo in, I'm sure it'll be all right. But, I mean, it doesn't really address the problems that we're having in general. The problems aren't on right back. The problems are a reliable, left back's option. Mendy's always injured. Hopefully Mendy will be that. Zinchenko, I still don't think has got a long-term future at left back personally. Like the guy, but it's not for me. Angelino, for whatever reason, isn't rated. Left back is a more pressing issue for me. We've always struggled with left backs. Centre back as well. We need centre backs. Who do you think will be our centre backs? A lot of people saying Adarabioyo looks good at the moment. There's some Twitter clips going around of Adarabioyo looking good. I don't think he's quite ready for us yet. I think Adarabioyo has potential. He's 22 years old. He's playing at a higher level than Van Dijk was at that age. You've got to remember, Van Dijk was 22, playing for Celtic, and I'm sorry, but the Championship is better than the Scottish Premier League. I think most SPL fans would probably admit that as well. That's not Celtic's fault, of course, but it is. It's just Championship's a higher quality league. Adarabioyo was proven, so give him a year away on loan, maybe in the Premier League, and maybe we'll be ready. Other than that, we do need centre-backs, so maybe it could be someone like Upamecano, maybe it could be Skriniar, maybe it could be Koulibaly, maybe it could be Ruben Diaz, who knows, maybe it could be Christopher Asia, as we mentioned on yesterday's video. A lot of people commented yesterday in the video about Asia, that he's apparently, was it Asia? I can't remember, someone pronounced it for me, but that apparently he's a very good player with loads of potential, a bit of rawness to him, which is fine. Maybe it could be him, and other than that, Maybe we need another forward potentially at some point in the future. Maybe a winger if Sane goes. Who knows? Our squad's pretty good, but there are a few players that potentially need replacing. Obviously, David Silva will go as well. So do we need another midfielder? Maybe Foden can play more games. Who knows? But then who kind of takes Foden's gap? I don't really know. There's a lot of questions to be answered there. But I would say in general, we probably will go for midfielder. Maybe it'll be Husamawa. Who knows who it would be? Anyway, guys, let us know what you make of the kit. I'll probably be getting it for a knockoff. I'll be honest. I'll probably get it for like 12, 13 quid or something like that from some dodgy site when it comes around. We probably won't even see it in person on the pitch anyway, let's be honest, at this rate. Fingers crossed you will do, but it seems weird. As I said, I hope you're all healthy and good, and hope you're enjoying these daily roundups of the news. Go and subscribe to the game channel I'm working on, and watch yesterday's video if you want to, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. In a bit. Love you all.